Well, hello and welcome to the Christian YouTuber. I am Matt Corey, Christian YouTuber, Christian vlogger, and ex-Satanist, ex-mobster, come to Christ. And, I really felt like God just wanted me to make this video and talk about how we're supposed to really be out evangelizing for Him. It's not always an easy thing to do, but one thing that I do is I hand out tracts, and I'll show you a couple of them. Got one about, let's see if we can get a good shot there. Are you going to heaven? That's one. Another one is, what is the gospel? That's another one. And another one I've been handing out lately is what's inside. It's a Halloween tract. It's good for this time of year around Halloween. And we're really, that's the thing, as Christians, we're really called to evangelism and to evangelize. It says in the scriptures that we're to preach the gospel unto every creature, and so that's primarily, of course, talking about human beings is, of course, what it means. And so God commands us to do that. And first and foremost is our relationship with God, but then other than that is going out and evangelizing and really talking to people about Christ. So it's not always an easy thing to do, but I find with these tracts when I hand them out, I hand them out at McDonald's a lot of times because I go to McDonald's all the time to get McDoubles, and I love McDoubles, and so I go get them all the time. They're a cheap filler, and they're good, and they don't cost a lot, and so there's always somebody different working at the window at McDonald's, the one I go to. They have so many different shifts and stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. It's somebody different every time. So, I'm always handing out tracts, and I just say, I say, hey, this is for you, and I just hand it with my credit card to them, the cashier, and they always take it. I've never had anybody turn me down, and I've handed them out at Walmart, to the people helping out with the register when I had a problem at one of the self-checkouts, handed it to the person helping me out. And, you can hand them out to the cashiers, who are at Walmart if you go through the checkout lane. But even at 7-Eleven, I've given them out at service stations before, to the cashier, the clerks. Just did that the other day. And, it's just a good way to get the gospel out quickly because we have to do so much communication in bites today. We communicate so much in just little spurts of information just here and there. And we don't communicate a lot of times on a relational level like we should, and it's hard to build those relationships a lot of times with people. Even some people who you see on a regular basis. I mean, I have a background in sales and network marketing, and so God has used that. I don't do it anymore, but God has used that background that I had of years in sales and network marketing and always constantly building relationships with people and constantly selling people on my product to have boldness to get the gospel out there and give these tracts out. So the tracts are just one of the most effective ways we can evangelize today in our society, and it's just it's hard to do it sometimes because we have like a fear, of rejection or of trying to please people. But that's not really what God has not given us a spirit of fear. He's given us a spirit of confidence, a spirit of love, a spirit of a sound mind. And a spirit of power, you know, and that's part of the power is the ability to witness. And we should look at every situation differently, you know. There's people we're going to build relationships with, and over time we're going to witness to them in the course of our conversations. But I handed out a tract the other day to a girl who works at the Family Dollar that I go to on a regular basis, and she's not a Christian, you know. She says she's a pagan, but she took the tract I gave her because I thought that's just another conversation piece. That's just another way to help get her the gospel, you know, in a different way, and maybe it'll be something in there that will just strike a chord, you know. It's just planting a seed. So that's what we're really doing with gospel tracts. Is sometimes people will automatically become Christians from just that exposure to a gospel tract, but a lot of times it's a seed that's planted, and there's been all these seeds planted over time for people who end up becoming Christians, you know. And you know, so that's one of the seeds that we can plant. And there's for a lot of people, they end up becoming Christians because they've had exposure to Christ over time. And so tracts are a great way to do that. And that's the primary tool of evangelism that I have, other than YouTube. And Facebook is another way to evangelize. You know, you can really use Facebook for the Lord and for encouraging other Christians and non-Christians, or you can use it as a platform to be destructive and really really be a person who is not bringing glory to God at all through what you post, you know. And so we have to be really careful with that platform. But anyway, I just wanted to give you encouragement that, you know, we're all called to evangelize, and as Christians, and you know, we need to take that seriously and take it to heart. So this is Matt Corey. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and look forward to seeing you next time.